Today's topic is impacts of globalization in India. When we say the impacts, that is positive and negative effects. First of all, we can see the positive effects, page number 66. Globalization of the Indian economy has come a long way. Globalization, greater competition among producers, both local and foreign producers, has been of advantage to consumers, particularly the well-off sections in the urban areas. There is greater choice before these consumers who now enjoy improved quality and lower prices for several products. As a result, these people today enjoy much higher standards of living than was possible earlier. So, among producers and workers, the impact of globalization has not been uniform. Firstly, MNCs have increased their investments in India over the past 15 years, which means investing in India has been beneficial for them. MNCs have been interested in industries such as cell phones, automobiles, electronics, soft drinks, fast food or services such as banking in rural areas. These products have a large number of well-off buyers. In these industries and services, new jobs have been created. Also, local companies supplying raw materials, etc., to these industries have prospered. Secondly, several of the top Indian companies have been able to benefit from the increased competition. They have invested in newer technology and production methods and raised their production standards. New technology, production methods, and raised their production standards. Some have gained from successful collaborations with the foreign companies. Thirdly, globalization has enabled some large Indian companies to emerge as multinationals, MNCs, such as Tata Motors, Automobiles, Infosys in IT, Ranbaxy in medicines, Asian Paints in paints itself, Sundaram Fasteners, Nuts and Bolt, etc., are some Indian companies which are spreading their operations worldwide. Fourthly, globalization has created new opportunities for companies providing services, particularly those involving IT. The Indian company producing a magazine for London-based company and call centers are some examples. A host of services such as data entry, accounting, administrative tasks, engineering are now being done cheaply in countries such as India and are exported to the developed countries. So we have seen the positive effects of globalization in India. Assignment: impacts of globalization, positive effects of globalization. Now we can see negative role of globalization, negative effects of globalization. Page number 68. Small producers compete or perish. For a large number of small producers and workers, globalization has posed major challenges because of rising competition. Here a case study of Ravi has been given in our textbook, page number 68. One box is given. Ravi did not expect that he would have to face a crisis in such a short period of his life as industrialist. Ravi's example. Ravi took a loan from the bank to start his own company producing capacitors in 1992 in Hosur Industrial Town in Tamil Nadu. Capacitors are used in many electronic home appliances including tube lights, television, etc. You know that. So within 3 years, he was able to expand production and had 20 workers under him. So by 1995, 20 workers and he was able to expand production. His struggle to run his company started when the government removed restrictions on imports of capacitors as per its agreement at WTO in 2001. His main clients, the television companies, used to buy different components including capacitors in bulk for the manufacture of television sets. Competition from the MNC brands forced the Indian television companies to move into assembling activities for MNCs. Even when some of them bought capacitors, they would prefer to import as the price of the imported item was half the price charged by people like Ravi. So Ravi now produces less than half of the capacitors that produced in the year 2000 and has only 7 workers working for him. Ravi's production has gone down and the workers number from 20 to 7 numbers. Many of Ravi's friends in the same business in Hyderabad and Chennai have closed their units. So batteries, capacitors, plastics, toys, tires, dairy products and vegetable oil are some examples of industries where the small manufacturers have been hit hard due to competition. Several other units have shut down, rendering many workers jobless. The small industries in India employ the largest number of workers, that is 20 million in the country, next only to agriculture. Assignment, page number 68, first question. What are the ways in which Ravi's small production unit was affected by rising competition? Question number 1. So when we see that example, is it Ravi or any other person, or it can be generalized? What are the problems or the challenges Ravi has got because of the globalization? Should producers such as Ravi stop production because their cost of production is higher compared to producers in other countries? What do you think? This question and answer you can write in the notebook. Whether it's Ravi or any other person as a small producer, we can make it as a generalized answer also. The second example is competition and uncertain employment. Competition and uncertain employment. Globalization and the pressure competition have substantially changed the lives of workers. Faced with the growing competition, most employers these days prefer to employ workers flexibly. This means that workers' jobs are no longer secure. Flexible labor laws. No security of job. Factory workers folding garments for export. Though globalization has created opportunities for paid work for women, the condition of employment shows that women are denied their fair share of benefits. Large MNCs in garment industry in Europe and America order their products from Indian exporters. These large MNCs with worldwide network look for the cheapest goods in order to maximize their profit. To get these large orders, Indian garment exporters try hard to cut down their costs. As cost of raw materials cannot be reduced, exporters try to cut labor costs. Where earlier a factory used to employ workers on a permanent basis, now they employ workers only on a temporary basis so that they do not have to pay workers for the whole year. Workers have to put in very long working hours and work night shifts on a regular basis during the peak season. Wages are low and workers are forced to work overtime to make both ends meet. So we can say, or in one sentence, all the problems of unorganized sector or informal sector. While this competition among the garment exporters has allowed the MNCs to make large profits, workers are denied their fair share of benefits about by globalization. What is ultimate impact? Workers are denied their fair share, equal and reasonable share of benefits. Okay, these are the bad impacts of competition and uncertain employment, flexible labor laws, long working hours, and so on. An example is given regarding a garment worker. 35-year-old Sushila has spent many years as a worker in a garment export industry of Delhi. She was employed as a permanent worker entitled to health insurance, provident fund, overtime at a double rate, all facilities, provident fund, PF, overtime, and all benefits were enjoyed by her. When Sushila's factory closed in the late 1990s, after searching for a job for 6 months, she finally got a job 30 kilometers away from where she lives. Even after working in this factory for several years, she is a temporary worker and earns less than half of what she was earning earlier. Sushila leaves her house every morning, 7 days a week at 7:30 a.m. and returns at 10 p.m. A day off from work means no wage. She has no other benefits she used to get earlier. Factories closer to her home have widely fluctuating orders, and therefore pay even less. Now she lost the job because of competition, and she has to face all the problems of unorganized sector. From these examples, we can understand very clearly what are the negative impacts of globalization. The conditions of work and the hardships of the workers described here become common to many industrial units and services in India. Most workers are employed in the unorganized sector. Increasingly, conditions of work in the organized sector have come to resemble the unorganized sector. Workers in the organized sector, such as Sushila, no longer get the protection and benefits that they enjoyed earlier. Assignment, page number 70. See the first question. In what ways has competition affected workers, Indian exporters, and foreign MNCs in the garment industry? They can ask any other industry, small producers, and uncertain unemployment. Not necessarily that garment only, any type of small industries face this type of competition problems. Okay, thank you. Take care.